you for logging on to this broadcast of high school sports on WellsCountyVoice.com. WellsCountyVoice.com, an online service that allows fans and parents to watch high school sports live anywhere and anytime that's convenient for your schedule. As always, we encourage you to go to the games and support the students, but when you simply can't, we're glad you're here with us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game, so please support these businesses whenever you can. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
And welcome to the Courtyard. Week 4 football action here on WellsCountyVoice.com. Tonight it features the Bellmont Braves and the Norwell Knights. Good evening, friends. Welcome aboard alongside Christian Bohanna, Colin Schwartz, a couple former Knights. I'm Derek Decker, and it is awesome to be with you here on a gorgeous night in Ossian as we get set for Bellmont and Norwell. Bellmont comes in, Colin, an 0-3 team. This is a group that has lost 32 straight regular season games. Nick Hall has this program working in a little bit of a different direction. They're a different look offense now. They've almost doubled their numbers participation-wise from last year, but tonight they do face some problems. 3 big suspensions: Dalton Robinson, Chase Leniger, and a couple other guys, including Aiden Ford. Those are 3 big starters for Bellmont, are suspended tonight and are not expected to return for several weeks. They had this program moving in the correct direction.
You know, and they have an offense, like you said, that's kind of going in a new direction, too. They're throwing the ball maybe a little bit more. And it's a team that put up 35 points last week, but they're also going against Norwell's defense, which, with the exception of last week, has been very, very good for quite some time now. And they're going to have their problems tonight. And they also gave up 62 points. Last week they gave up 34 and 49 the 2 weeks before that. They're really going to have to dig their heels in tonight.
Columbia City tied a program record with 62 points last week, with 20 of those points coming in the fourth quarter in garbage time. Christian, this is a Norwell team that's coming off of a loss last week. Despite having 307 total yards, only able to punch it in one time, Leo was absolutely dominant from the first drive of the game.
Yeah, they definitely were. You know, Norwell just came out and they got punched in the mouth. They really did. And, you know, Leo came out wanting to play that game. I feel like Norwell was kind of on their heels, and Leo took advantage of that early, ran away with it early. But this Norwell team can't get down by one game. You know, Leo's technically not even in the class. Yeah, it is a conference game, but it's early in the season. A lot can happen. We saw that last year with Norwell. They finished the season out great after a tough Leo loss. Then obviously couldn't pull through in the sectional championship, but you know, it's early in the season. You just got to rebound from last week.
Yeah, they didn't lose again in the regular season after that Leo loss last year. And Colin, one more thing to touch on before we take a quick break. By the way, you are listening to the Billy Ann's Supper Pub pregame show. That's located in downtown Bluffton. Is your local choice for Tex-Mex, some of the best burgers in the area, and some of the best American food as well. But Colin, this is a group in Norwell. Leighton Bailey opened up the passing game a little bit, especially in the second half, and at times had some sustained success on a couple of drives late in that third quarter.
And that's something that we did talk about last week. We thought that they were going to have to get the passing game going a little bit. They can't just be a one-dimensional team. And tonight, I don't know how much they're going to need to throw the ball, to be quite honest with you. But I would still like to see them mix it in there. Maybe, you know, if they get a 9-yard run on first down, maybe throw in a play action and just prove that you can do it. So that way, going into next week against New Haven, you know, you don't want to look ahead too much, but you want to be able to show that you can show New Haven that they need to prepare for the pass and the run.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. There are still some question marks, but guys, this is a Norwell team that has shut out Bellmont 3 consecutive games. It has been more than 12 quarters consecutively of football at Bellmont since they have scored one time on Norwell. This is a team in Bellmont that did have a special teams returner in Isaiah Thatcher, and he continues to play tonight as he has a touchdown return. In fact, return one for a TD against Adams Central in their opener. It was their only touchdown of the game, but they do have some weapons on special teams. That was evident last week against Columbia City as well. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll return with the rest of the Billy Ann's Supper Pump pregame show, followed by the national anthem and much more after this on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID.
Investments, savings plans. Stephan Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Stephan is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial, is doing business as Stephan Financial Group. Tim Stephan and Stephan Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built forever home.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Back here in the Billy Ann's Supper Pub pregame show. Billy Ann's Supper Pub located in downtown Bluffton, your local choice for Tex-Mex, some of the best burgers in the area, and some of the best American food as well. We're not too far away from the national anthem here tonight. Nice crowd has filed in on the Norwell side, a late arriving Bellmont crowd as well on a sunny evening here in Ossian. It is just about as good as it gets. There's a nice breeze. The air's moving tonight. No humidity to speak of at all. So this is as good a night of football as you can hope for here in week 4. Now, normally this time of year, the weather starts turning a little bit, but we've had warm weather here throughout the late summer and early fall months all season long. Again, Bellmont, the big storyline tonight, coming in losing 32 straight regular season games, 22 games overall. Their last win was in the sectional in October 2018 when they upset Concordia. Their last regular season win was week 5 of 2017 against Huntington North. Their win before that, their only other win in 2017, was against this same Norwell team, 21-7 here at the Courtyard. A loss Norwell avenged in the sectional that year, winning 24-7. Let's join Jamie Feldheiser for tonight's 9/11 announcement, followed by the national anthem.
United Flight 93 cut short the lives of 2,977 innocent people. These attacks tore a hole in the heart of our nation, and the pain of this tragedy still remains. Each year on the anniversary of 9/11, we remember the horror and bravery shown that day, just as we remember how we came together, united in grief and in purpose. Each year we renew our solemn vow to never forget what happened on September 11th, 2001, or those who lost their lives. We ask that you join us in a moment of silence as we honor the first responders who answered the call of duty that day, and we pay our respects to those who lost their lives. Thank you. And now would you please remain standing as we perform our national anthem.
Outstanding job, as always, by the Norwell Marching Knights. And we salute the first responders of 9/11 as well, as we remember that day coming up tomorrow. We'll be back with the rest of the pregame show, followed by the kickoff after this.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. Professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built 2 dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Thunder and lightning, rock and roll, even peanut butter and jelly. There are some things in this world that just naturally seem to go together. At Farmers and Merchant State Bank, it's you and us. That's why at F&M, we're always ready to partner with you on all your financial needs, from checking and savings to auto loans and more. Now that's pretty black and white. Farmers and Merchants, you and us. Learn more at fm.bank. Member FDIC.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Back here at the courtyard, just about set to go. Bellmont wins the toss here tonight, and they have deferred. So Norwell will start with the football here this evening as we get set to go on a Friday night. Week 4, as both these teams looking for a victory, obviously both in two very different spots at this point. Norwell looking to get back on track, and obviously this is a group now that's in a situation where they have to win out to have a chance at claiming a share of the Northeast 8, and obviously we'll have to hope for a loss from Leo as well. And I did do that last year, did not get the loss from Leo. So as we wrap things up on our Billy Ann's Supper Pub pregame show, a couple of things to look for here tonight. Again, Norwell looking to improve after their loss to Leo 41-7. Leo, Colin, you were here with me last week, and they were such an impressive team. Really, I mean, we thought they were good last year. We knew that this was a quality team. They got beat 10-0 in the sectional by East Noble last year. But, man, this looks like a revamped team that could make a deep run in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know how much Norwell should be holding their breath for a loss from Leo this year. They looked just about unstoppable. And, Norwell may not have looked great last week, but Norwell can still make a case for being the second-best team in the NE8, and Leo handled them 41-7. So, I mean, I don't know how much I'd be holding my breath on a loss from Leo.
Yeah, agreed. And, there's, again, they responded well last year. We always talk about the questions, what if that game was later in the season? Now, Norwell hasn't been tested other than Leo, and then they got thrown into an absolute fire against this Lions team. It was just outstanding from start to finish, no problems at all. All right, so it's Bellmont to kick it off, right to left to start things off here tonight. It's Jamison Rumpel who will do the kicking for the Bellmont Braves in white uniforms here tonight with blue trim, white helmets, an iced out look for Bellmont. Norwell in their home navy blue, white numbers, gold trim, and navy blue helmets with a gold block in on the side.
Sun right in Norwell's eyes.
Yeah, sun's out tonight. It was not last week rather. This is a short kick that's fielded just behind the 25-yard line and returnable and out across the 35. Norwell will have good starting field position. The return by Stuart McCabe for the Knights, and they will start in excellent position here on their first drive.
I'm excited to see what Norwell does come out. As Colin talked in the pregame, we want to see Norwell show a little bit of the pass game. Last week, 300 yards, but just a low-scoring game for them. And we'd love for them to get on the board early, get in the end zone early here.
I'd love to see them get on the board early too, because then if they get a big enough lead, they can kind of mix in some tendency breakers for New Haven.
Yep.
First down for the Knights. They start on their own 38-yard line here tonight. Luke Graft is in the backfield tonight. He will get the call on first down. Patient run, then tries to bust it to the outside. He's dragged down from behind after a gain of 11, and it'll move the chains on the first play from scrimmage for the Knights. Isaac Bodkins making the tackle from behind. Nice to see Luke Graft once again in the backfield.
Yeah, great first down play for Norwell. It was designed to go left. He kind of just made it up. The guard and the tackle were both pulling, and there was nothing to the left. Just designed it himself to the right.
Can't ask for much more than a gain of 11 on the first play of the evening. Pistol set for the Knights on first down here. Here's the toss to Graft. He'll run left this time. Graft has a big hole once again, and man, there is huge holes out there. Brody Poland shoving somebody off at the end of the play. Tom Muth is our white hat here tonight to come in and try to bust that up a little bit. He got a talking to already from Tom.
Still
on the second play of the game. He sure is. Another big chunk gain for Luke Graft.
Great job, sweep to the left side. His first down plays, positive yards on first downs, can't complain.
Knights are set up already in Bellmont territory at the 37-yard line. Again, we mentioned it'll be interesting to see the game plan, at least in the in the category of how much is Norwell going to throw the ball tonight. They're probably not going to have to do it a lot, as Graft has another big hole and an opening as he runs up the seam. It's just been already at the start, Bo, you can tell that the Braves are missing a couple of guys up front. It's hurting them defensively, and Norwell's having no problem winning the line of scrimmage at this point.
Just from the eye test, looking at Bellmont, you look at the linebackers are just outsized by this Norwell front. If they're able to get to the second level on those blocks, it's going to be a tough night for this Bellmont defense.
Second down, about 4 yards to go on the 31-yard line. Hand off to John Colbert, who checked into the game. There's a flag behind the play. This is likely coming back. It would have been a first down carry. We have our first penalty marker of the game.
It is a hold on Norwell.
Tom Muth is our referee tonight. Kyle Hunt, Brett Ratcliffe, Jeff Meeks, David Gentile join him.
Penalties on the night for holding.
I don't know how often we've seen this formation from Norwell that they've shown on these last two plays where they got two guys kind of in a split backfield, using one of them as a lead blocker. I don't remember seeing that last week or against Heritage.
Yeah, they've definitely introduced some new things.
Yeah, they definitely set that play up as well. They ran that trap to the left side, and then they just came back with that counter.
So second and long behind the sticks. Bailey rolls to his right, has plenty of protection, fires it for Bodenheimer. It's caught, but I don't think a whole lot of yardage on the play. Might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, so they'll give him 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Norwell.
I'd like to see Norwell call some more pass plays with Bailey staying in the pocket. That's last week they always rolled him out.
Don't be surprised at a run right here either, because this is 4-down territory. You might catch Bellmont thinking this is going to be a pass.
3rd and 10 for the Knights on the 37.
Bellmont showing blitz here.
Graft dances through a tackle, spins forward, about a yard, maybe too short of the first down. Easy call here on 4th and short coming up for the Knights.
Every time you've given the ball to Luke Graft, he's picked up 8 or 9 yards. That's, like you said, Derek, is easy call here for the Knights.
Trevor Walker was down for an extra beat on that play. He will check off, I think, for Bellmont. Yeah, he comes to the sideline. 4th down and 2 for the Knights on the 29-yard line. First 4th down of the game. The Knights 1 of 4 on 4th down this season. Handoff goes to Graft, and that's the easiest 4th and 2 that's ever happened for the Knights. And he wasn't even contacted until he was 5 yards downfield. Knights got an excellent push up front and set up the new chains again.
I'd like for Norwell to take a shot here on 1st down. You're within distance. Bailey could get the ball to the end zone here. Take a shot out and see what Belmont's cornerbacks have here.
Klein Neuenschwander to this side alongside Cade Shelton. Both lined up on the line of scrimmage. Cohen Bailey to the opposite side. Luke Graft is open for the check down. And he is brought down near the 20. Graft taken down by Bryce Roop, the defensive tackle. 2nd down and call it 6 after a gain of 4.
Bailey looked like he was trying to take a shot there, kind of looking downfield there to the left side. Decided to check it down. I think it was a smart move. Belmont had him pretty covered up.
Still tell he's just a little bit uncomfortable throwing the ball. He can't make more than 1 or 2 reads on a play. He looked his one read and then dumped it off.
Neuenschwander and Bailey to the outside, and Bodenheimer gets the call up the middle. He's still on his feet, powering forward inside the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Strong run by Trey Bodenheimer.
It really was. It's just a quick fullback dive there. Bodenheimer, 9 times out of 10 that works for Norwell. That's positive yardage. That's huge.
Bodenheimer had 4 catches last week for 66 yards. But Colin, he's been used in that role a lot. Norwell runs counters every now and then, and it seems like they've had a lot of success with that play this year.
You can do so much with him out of that H-back position. He can release out for a pass. He can lead block. You can send him in motion to screw up the defense, or you can run it like he did on that play.
A well-built, strong underclassman. Bailey rolling, now tosses on the option to Graft, and he is met near the line of scrimmage, kind of strung that play out to the outside. Isaiah Thatcher in on the stop for Bellmont. No gain, 2nd and goal from the 8.
Nice open field tackle out there by Thatcher. That's good design play, I thought, from Norwell, but Thatcher shed his block and made a nice open field tackle on Graft there.
They will credit him with a yard. So 2nd down and goal from the 7-yard line. Still Shelton, Neuenschwander, and Bailey as it has been all night to this point. Bodenheimer in motion, handoff to Graft, and he is chopped down at the 5 in to make the tackle a couple of guys for the Braves, including Aiden Miller, the 5'6" sophomore at linebacker. 3rd and goal just inside the 5.
It'll be interesting to see what Norwell does here. I kind of expect to run to Luke Graff. But
yeah, and again, 4-down territory more than likely, unless they lose a bunch of yards here. And then they would bring on the capable Cooper Sloan more than likely. Bailey, toss to Graft, has a block to the outside, cuts it upfield, and Graft is in for the touchdown.
Great first drive by Norwell. Set the tone early. That's what Leo did last week on Norwell, and Norwell's doing it this week on Bellmont. That's huge. Great first drive there.
And we just talked about Bodenheimer. He had a great lead block right there. He hooked that outside linebacker, and then Graff was able just to walk in. That was a great block from Bodenheimer.
Cooper Sloan is on for the extra point try. Luke Graff with his 6th touchdown run of the season. Sloan 14 of 15 on PATs to this point. And this kick is very short, but it crawls over the crossbar and through, and Norwell takes a 7-0 lead. Hey, Green Valley Golf Club is located at 2635 East 150 North in Bluffton. Head on out to Green Valley to hit a few on their driving range, putting green, or play around. Green Valley Golf Club, where your friends play. Also, American Mortgage Service Company is helping individuals realize the dream of home ownership by providing a top-notch best mortgage experience. Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 353-3300. AMSC is an equal housing lender. Bo, you kind of mentioned it. That was a tone-setting drive for Norwell right out of the gate. Ate up almost half the first quarter, got whatever they wanted, converted on 4th down inside the 30-yard line, and then converted a big 3rd and goal from the 4. A couple of well-executed plays on that drive for the Knights.
It's exactly what you want to do, especially if you're receiving the ball. This Norwell team, the strength of this team is their defense. So, they send their strength out after already capitalizing on a nice drive. Just good, especially against the Bellmont team that hasn't won a game in it seems like forever, and just punch them in the mouth early and set the tone.
So the Knights lead 7-0. It was a Luke Graff 4-yard run. The Knights went almost 70 yards on their opening drive for a score. Long drive, mostly runs as we expected, and we'll continue to expect until something really changes for this Norwell team. Drew Graff, the freshman, on to kick it off for the Knights. Right-footed kick is a lot shorter than normal for Graff. It's fielded at the 10-yard line. Dangerous Isaiah Thatcher on the return. He gets through a couple of guys and out across the 30-yard line. A return of 22 for Thatcher. And Bellmont will set up shop for their first drive on the 32.
Hoffman on the return.
So John Ullman brings his offense onto the field for Bellmont. And again, this is a guy that's completed almost 50% of his passes on the year. 51 times Bellmont's thrown it in the first 3 weeks. That's unusual compared to what we're used to seeing from the Braves. This is, again, an offense that's undergoing a change. They're trying to make this more malleable and unpredictable. First down play from the 32. Ullman sprints to the outside, and he is brought down by John Colbert, who got him underneath the legs. Pick up a 5 on first down for the Braves.
I think Norwell was looking for something up the middle there. They did not have the edge set at all. He was able to turn it up quicker than Norwell would have wanted for a pretty good first down gain there if you're Bellmont.
This Bellmont team is not a team that, at least historically, has run an up-tempo, quick offense. Now, they were forced to do that in the fourth quarter last week. They were still competitive against Columbia City late in that game, and then the Eagles really ran away in the fourth frame. Handoff, and Bodkins still trying to push that pile. Bodkins picks up a couple. 3rd and short upcoming for Bellmont.
Well, you don't see that wing T very much anymore, do you?
You don't.
Normally, if you see that, you kind of see it in the more modern day, Coastal Carolina type of thing.
We were talking about that earlier.
But this is, I think it's very enjoyable to watch. Some people may not, but I'm interested to see how they work in some of their passing through this offense in the formation.
3rd down and 1 for Bellmont on their first drive, just over halfway into the first quarter. Ullman hands it off. Bodkins falling forward, and he has the first down yardage.
Norwell gambled with a blitz there. They brought a blitz through the C gap and the B gap on two different sides there, and they ran it right in the A gap. So they kind of, gambled right there to get a big third down stop, and Bellmont was able to find the hole and basically just fall forward for a first down.
This Bellmont team has scored in the first quarter in all 3 of their games on the season, which is the only quarter they've scored more than twice in, being outscored 35-20. That's also where the bulk of the success has come for Norwell's opponents. First down carry again, Bodkins, and he has a huge hole up the middle. They'll give him 8. He got a lot of space there right off the line of scrimmage. The Knights finally bring him down across midfield.
He hit that hole pretty quick, too, and you have to wonder, we talked about how much they threw the ball last week. Was Norwell maybe expecting them to throw the ball more than what they've shown so far?
Could be.
Or is this, one of those things where they have a lot of success in the first quarter, and that's because it's hard to get accustomed to?
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that Norwell's only got 3 down linemen against this, wing T. I guess they bring 2 outside backers, but still, it's very interesting.
Bodkins again, and he's got a first down out to the 44-yard line, and Bellmont is into Norwell territory. Luke Graft on the stop for the Knights.
Bo, they've been mixing it up. It seems like every other play they're subbing in a D lineman, subbing out a D lineman, just to kind of mix it up, and that's just to screw Bellmont up. They're a man-blocking team. In a wing T like this, you're a man-blocking. You're not zone blocking like modern-day football. So if you bring in different fronts, that can really screw up an offensive lineman.
It's been a successful drive to this point. Bellmont's moved it with pretty good pace. Ullman on the keeper to the outside, and a nice open field tackle made by the Knights. John Colbert getting at his ankles.
That's a way to pull your trigger as an outside linebacker right there. He saw the quarterback keep it, and it looked like that first play where they might be able to turn it up, but Colbert was able to pull his trigger fast and hard, and that's a very nice play from John Colbert.
Yeah, and as an outside linebacker, that is your assignment. You have the quarterback. As a D end, you attack the running back, and if the quarterback pulls it, that's on the outside linebacker, especially in the 3-4 defense that Norwell's running right now.
2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. There's a hard toss to the outside and out to the 40-yard line, down to the 39 as Jamison Rumpel got the toss.
Don't go to that here.
There's the screen. It's complete and tackled near the 35-yard line. It's going to be 4th down. Isaiah Thatcher on the grab for Bellmont. He is not usually a receiver for this Bellmont team. He's just the kick returner, but they've got Chase Leniger, their top receiver, out tonight, obviously, with the suspension. 4th and 1 coming up here for Bellmont on their first drive.
Boy, Colbert has been all over the field. That's 3 tackles in a row for him. And he's coming from everywhere. He's making a really nice play. Let's see if Norwell can buckle up here. I'm a little surprised they still only got 3 down linemen, but I'm assuming they're going to walk a linebacker up here.
Norwell crowd trying to make a little bit of noise. 4th and 1.
I think they're all going, Colin.
Toss, and the ball comes free. It's picked up by the Knights as Norwell falls on it. Wouldn't have mattered anyway, but they do get the takeaway. First down for the Knights as Bellmont is stopped short on the fumble play. Excellent outside read by the Knights defense. Jamison Rumpel has the ball come free, and Norwell forces the turnover. But the bad news for Norwell is Brody Bolin, who is down on the ground near the 45-yard line as he discards of the helmet, and a concerning look on Bolin's face, and Josh Gerber's out there quickly. Boy, it looked like, guys, that Bolin had stepped in and looked to try to scoop that up and potentially run that back, and then
that's where you get worried about knees when people are jumping into a pile like that.
He was grabbing his left knee. We obviously don't want to assume anything, but
Bolin stays down. He is the anchor of the Norwell defense, obviously being recruited by a lot of high-profile schools. While he's down, we will step aside and be back after this.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, Investment Advisor Representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Back here at the courtyard, it's 7-0 Norwell. They just got the stop of Bellmont. By the way, that will go down as an official turnover for the Braves because of the fumble. Guys, Bellmont is now -9 in turnover margin this year. They have not created a takeaway on defense, and that's their 9th turnover on offense here early in week 4.
You know, before Boland's injury, I was going to mention something there from Norwell. That was 4th down. Why did they not? I couldn't tell if they tried to pick it up and run, but whoever recovered it kind of tucked that one away. I was like, man, take that up and carry that one.
Nearly got Bellmont to jump out of the shotgun. Bailey with lots of time. There's a flag down. He's got Klein Neuenschwander, and he hauls it in. He's going to go for the score, but the flag is likely bringing this one back.
Well, when you got 2 of them back there, you know it's probably right.
Yeah.
And Tom Muth making the signal. Josh Gerber not really happy about it. In any case, it will bring this back, and so it will negate what would have been a 58-yard touchdown catch for Klein Neuenschwander.
Well, I saw Klein Neuenschwander streaking down the middle of the field, and, the high safety was kind of shifting toward the other side of the field. And Leighton kind of saw him late, but, man, that was a great arm by Leighton. That's stepped into the throw. That was a really nice ball.
To be fair, he had all the time in the world.
And that's what I mentioned about I want to see more of Leighton Bailey staying in the pocket because, trust your offensive line, especially against this Bellmont team where they're maybe, not as strong up front.
1st and 22 after the penalty. High snap. Bailey controls it, though. Being chased. Flips it for Neuenschwander again, and he's got plenty of space. Neuenschwander has the first down, upended across midfield. Pitch and catch of 24. They just went back to the well, and Neuenschwander makes his 3rd grab of the season.
I really like Klein Neuenschwander. He's long, he's quick, he's smart. I really like his route running. He cuts quickly, and I think Norwell should look to maybe get him the ball more.
He also had Leighton Bailey throwing on the run across his body there too, and he was able to put that in impressive. There for Klein to be able just to catch it on the run and turn it up.
It's being hurried by Bryce Roop, who's been active tonight for Bellmont. Toss goes to Colbert. Mammoth size hole, steps out of a tackle. Colbert across the 20, inside the red zone. Finally dragged down by Isaiah Thatcher and a couple of other Braves, including Jamison Rumpel. Another big gainer has the Knights in the red zone again.
He just drugged three guys for about 5 yards at the end of that run. That's what I've always loved about Norwell running backs. You never just go down as soon as you feel somebody on you. They're always falling forward, and that's one thing I've always loved about these Norwell running backs.
Knights are already starting to grab this game and take it by control. John Colbert, Luke Graft in the backfield. The fake goes to Colbert. He bumps into Graft but hands it to him anyway, so it ends up being a little bit of a makeshift play, and Graft picks up 3.
Yeah, they had that 2-back set again back there and with Colbert and Graft. And, they get that down. That can be daunting for a lot of defenses.
Reminds you of Leo a little bit, doesn't it?
It does.
Yep.
You can really screw with some defenses like that, especially with the H-back back there, too.
Yeah.
You can send linebackers and D-linemen moving in so many different directions.
They were so deceptive last week, weren't they? Hand off to Colbert, right up the middle. Colbert is in for a touchdown.
There's part of that deception, fake the handoff to Graft. Colbert the other side, that's...
Aiden Billiard, the center for Norwell, too, has had, on that big long run, he was able to release up to the linebacker to release Colbert, and on that one, I think he had his nose guard about even with Colbert in the end zone. That was a really good series there from the Norwell O-line with Brody Bolin out.
14 yards on the touchdown run for John Colbert, his 5th of the year. Cooper Sloan on for the PAT. This one has more strength to it. Plenty good. 14-0 Knights. Craigville Appliance has been serving Northeast Indiana for 100 years. They buy in bulk all over the country and pass the savings on to their customers at 2383 North Main Street in Craigville. Also, Cleaning One Incorporated is your cleaning specialist. Commercial, home, or office, windows, strip and wax floors, sanitize your facilities, carpets, and so much more. Send Rob or Bob a message at office1cleaning@yahoo.com. 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Norwell has been successful on its 2 opening drives, and Bellmont had some success on their first drive offensively as well. Got turned away late as they crossed into Norwell territory. An important stand as the Knights take a 2-score lead.
Yeah, and some of that success could be, Norwell expecting one thing, seeing a lot of things on film, expecting them to come out maybe passing more, and then Bellmont hits them with quick hitters with either a sweep or up the middle. Norwell did a good job of stalling out that Bellmont drive last time. I'd like to see him force Bellmont into maybe a 3-and-out here. Go off that momentum of forcing that fumble last possession and just get the ball back for your offense.
Well, Drew Graft is on to kick this off again. Isaiah Thatcher back deep for the Braves. High kick this time from Graff. Thatcher under it near the 10. Thatcher's got some room on the outside, and Colbert blasts him out of bounds, but not before he's across the 40. That was something that the Bellmont special teams unit had plenty of success with last week as well. Thatcher, guys, is averaging 39 yards a return.
He just gets it and goes.
I'd stop kicking it to him.
Yeah, he just gets it and goes. And, yeah, like you just said, Colin, pooch it, kick it.
In high school, kickoff and kickoff returns are something that's kind of neglected in practice. You don't really see it getting worked on, at least not back when we were playing Bo. And really, you can see that in Norwell for those first 2 returns because they haven't set the outside at all. He, on that one, he just went right around the corner and turned it up. Yep. Really lucky that Colbert was able to make the tackle because he had a lot of turf in front of him.
Yeah, he did.
Likely the last play of the first quarter. Toss to Bodkins. And Bodkins lowers his shoulder and picks up 3, and that brings us to a close in quarter number 1. So it's Norwell 14, Bellmont nothing. Braves are on their second drive. We will step away and we'll be back. The Knights up 2 scores at the Courtyard.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev sells Wells at 466-1822.
Hey, welcome back to the Courtyard. Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Our professionals specialize in rehabilitation due to injury, surgery, stroke, disease, or other condition. They'll customize a plan just for you. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit indianapt.com. Second down and 7 for Bellmont out of the quarter break. They're on their own 43-yard line. They'll work left to right into the setting sun here in Ossian tonight. 73 degrees at kickoff, falling through the 60s. Picture perfect night here in Ossian. Bellmont in the white and Norwell in the blue here tonight. Second down snap to Ullman. He pump fakes a throw, then tucks it and runs, and he dives forward just a yard shy of midfield. 3rd and 1 coming up. Stuart McCabe and Cale Mallory on the pursuit for the Knights.
Nice tackle by Mallory there, open field. They were looking for that slant, quick hitter there, but just wasn't there.
Mallory is starting tonight for a couple of yards up front whenever they've wanted it so far.
I just don't understand the 3-man front on a 3rd and short like that. That seems like the time where it'd be you pack it in a little bit. You know they're going to run it on 3rd and 2. They haven't shown that they've been real comfortable throwing the ball tonight. Norwell's been able to defend it. It's just kind of a weird play call there.
Well, Norwell, they walk up the linebackers, but, throw another big body in there.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
It's not the same.
First down in Knights territory here for the Braves. Ullman will throw. Has pressure, steps through the pocket, floats one for Thatcher, and it's incomplete over his outstretched arm. Second down.
Boy, passing out of that formation, that offense just looks so awkward, doesn't it?
Oh, man.
They had about 8 guys in front of him just blocking.
That's the max protection right there.
Yeah.
And Thatcher was really his only option. And he overthrew him. Would have been a tight window to fit that in anyways. Second down coming here for Bellmont. Lost 3 in a row to start the year, but had their best offensive output in 3 years last week with 35 at home against Columbia City. Option. Thatcher gets a couple.
Norwell's forced Bellmont into a very uncomfortable position. They haven't thrown the ball well tonight, haven't looked comfortable. And, kind of a gamble from Bellmont to throw it on first down, but now they're faced with a 3rd and long. They're going to have to throw it here. So Norwell, now that 3-man front probably makes a little more sense.
Yeah, and do you think maybe that 3-man front's kind of throwing them off? Having so many, linebackers coming, they're running a bunch of stunts, a bunch of different blitzes, is kind of throwing them off because I think most teams run 4 or 5-man fronts against them.
Like I said, it is.
There's early whistle here as getting an early start was Dylan Velez, the left guard, I believe.
But like I said a little bit earlier, their kind of offense that they're running is a man blocking scheme. It's not a zone blocking scheme. So I think that's probably some of the thinking from defensive coordinator Matt Taylor. Just mix it, walk them up in different spots, really make them talk, and it can really screw with an offensive line.
Well, it is an inexperienced offensive line in Bellmont now with Robinson, the starting center, out. They've got 4 sophomores and a senior starting on that O-line for Bellmont. They've got a lot in that sophomore class really across the board for this Braves team. Now 3rd down from behind the sticks. This is a situation that's just tough to convert against this Norwell defense. Norwell is allowing opponents just 26% on 3rd down. Ullman will throw it, and he gets dropped. Blasted in the backfield. Aiden Rusu, the inside linebacker, making the stop and getting Norwell's first sack of the night, and Bellmont will be forced to punt.
And that's also where walking down linebackers can really screw you up. You bring one guy up to the line, and he drops back into coverage and bring it from the other direction. That's a really good defensive play call, pressure call from Matt Taylor. And like I said, Derek, you just talked about the youth in the offensive line. Bringing a blitz like that can really screw up an offensive line, as we saw right there.
It was also a really nice job by Brody Bolin. He completely just shedded his block. He was in the backfield when the ball got there.
Oh boy, this is a shanked. I don't think so. I think it's a shanked punt by Rumpel. It will take a Bellmont roll inside the 35, but not a lot on that. No return. It's down to the 33. Rumpel's averaging just 27 yards a punt. They've alternated between him and Ullman in kind of a pooch-style formation, although that was a true punt. It went off the side of his foot. It was a spinner. It comes to rest inside the Norwell 35. Well, Nathan with Shelton Financial Group has a goal to build long-lasting, deep personal connections with his clients. Visit their new location on the north side of Ossian in the old bank building. Just over 9 minutes left in the first half. 14-0 Norwell. They've scored touchdowns on both of their first 2 drives. Bellmont fumbled on their first drive after penetrating into Norwell territory, and that one was a lot less successful. Norwell out of the pistol on first down. Bailey has plenty of time again. I mean, he's got all day. Finally tucks it. Tries to scamper to the outside, and Rumpel drags the number on his jersey and throws him down.
He had all day. I mean, the receivers were 40 yards down the field before he decided to run the ball. You can't ask for better protection.
Oh, he's had outstanding protection thus far.
Kind of interesting to have just those 2 receivers going deep. It didn't really look like he had a dump off right there. I wasn't paying attention enough to really know.
I think he had a swing out to the right, but still, it's just the amount of time he had there was insane.
Graft back there with Bailey. Graft gets the call. Graft with a burst of speed, still on his feet, steps through another tackler across the 50. Graft is finally dragged down across the 30, and Luke Graft rips off a big run. Job Hoffman brings him down from behind.
We really see the athleticism there from Luke Graft as he's able to break into the secondary, and he just runs like a Hummer when he really gets going.
Outstanding word drop as the Knights have first down inside the 30.
Still not as good as the zucchini bread from last year.
We've pulled out some classics over our time on the broadcast.
Now we need a new word.
Well, that's good. One's good enough for a week.
That's for next week.
Bailey's toss to Graft. Graft met by Rumpel first, and he's down inside the 20. A gain of 9. That was a much slower developing run for Graft, but he still managed to pick up a nice gain on first down.
And that's the thing with Graft is, you see that he busts off a big run, busts through, breaks 5 tackles, and then the next play, it's just, like you said, slow developing, but you look up and it's a 9-yard gain. It's just insane, his athleticism.
Cohen Bailey to the near side. Klein Neuenschwander to the far. 2 in the backfield for the Knights with Graft and Colbert. That's correct. Colbert gets the call. And he's still on his feet again and tackled at the 10-yard line. Colbert picks up 9 First and goal coming up for Norwell.
Staying in the two-back set is a great game to break it out, get some experience with it. It's definitely showing New Haven that Norwell's not too one-dimensional with the run game they have. They can line up in different sets and do different things.
I'd also love to know how many yards after contact Norwell has tonight.
Yeah, a ton already. Graft easily up the middle, still pushing his way forward. Still on his feet. And finally, the whistle blows at the 3. A gain of 7.
7-yard gain just like that. Like you said, yards after contact. And he got hit 3 yards down the field and just drug the pile another 4.
Quite frankly, this has just been like a hot butter through knife so far for Norwell today. This has just been too easy on every possession. They really haven't faced too many tough positions other than after a self-inflicted wound on a hold.
Yeah.
No negative plays.
Graft, touchdown. Yep. Second touchdown run for Luke Graft here tonight. They punch it in from 3 yards out and take a 20-0 lead.
Now that you're up 3 possessions, that's when you try different things. You try the pass. Although when they threw the ball tonight, they haven't looked terrible. You're getting a bunch of protection and a bunch of time in the pocket, and they completed that one long one to Klein New, and Schwander got called back for a hold, but man, just getting anything they want right now.
Cooper Sloan has his best kick of the night, and Norwell leads 21-0. Well, Barkley Builders has been building residential and commercial properties since 1981, and they take pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. Let Barkley Builders get started on building your Barkley Built Forever home. Give them a call at 260-622-7674. And Farmers and Merchant State Bank, located in Bluffton and Ossian. From checking and savings accounts to home loans, personal loans, commercial and agricultural last week. So it wasn't necessarily a point of not moving the football. They were unable to convert a couple times when they got deep into Leo territory, and the Lions just had no problem on their end offensively at the start of the game and completely took firm control. Leo has New Haven at home tonight, and I believe a healthy New Haven, by the way. They were unhealthy last week, and they beat DeKalb 13-10 in double overtime. East Noble won big last week in their first game back after their quarantine, 57-13. They've got DeKalb tonight in Waterloo. Columbia City's also at Huntington North to round out the Northeast 8 slate here tonight. Drew Graft on the kickoff. It's a deep one back towards the 5. Thatcher with the grab and the return, tries to spin out of a tackle and just can't quite reverse field, as if he does get out of that tackle, he might have some room to run on the outside, and he's brought down to the 20-yard line.
I've been keeping an eye on that New Haven Leo score, and believe it or not, New Haven had jumped out to an 8-0 lead going into the second quarter, but it sounds like Leo's kind of taken over since then, and they've jumped up 22-8 at last check.
That's definitely one to watch, and a healthy New Haven team is always a threat to potentially be a group that can pull an upset every now and then. They're one that can kind of be a thorn in your side even when they're having some down years. Obviously had a long stretch of good years in the early 2010s. First down handoff goes to Bodkins, and there was not much room there. Blast forward for maybe a yard.
The inside linebackers for Norwell pulled their trigger really well right there. They brought an outside blitz. I don't know if they maybe pinched the defensive ends, but they were able to swallow that play up in the middle very well, especially with an outside blitz coming from Norwell.
Bellmont taking their time on offense. They break the huddle with 20 on the play clock. Bodkins again in the backfield at fullback for Bellmont. And he is knocked down. Ullman carried out the fake, but Bodkins tried to go up the middle again. And this is kind of more classic Bellmont football here when you talk about plays that are run right up the middle, trying to get stuff inside. Third down and long upcoming for Bellmont, Colin.
And I'd say Brody Bolin looks fine because it looked like he got through without getting touched right there, and he put a pretty good hit on the Bellmont running back. But, once again, Bellmont's in a very uncomfortable third down position here. One where the pass is coming. I'm interested to see what kind of blitz Norwell brings right here.
Play action. Thatcher makes the grab, and he's running up the seam near midfield. Thatcher slipped out of the backfield and gets a big first down as Bellmont converts the 3rd and 8.
John Ullman, the quarterback for Bellmont, made a really nice read right there. Norwell brought an outside blitz. I said I was looking forward to see what kind of blitz they brought. They brought an outside blitz, and he just threw it right where that blitz came from. A very good read, a very good pitch and catch there for Bellmont.
That's a big first down for Bellmont to keep this drive alive. You know, trying to stay competitive here tonight. Down 21 already. You punt there and give Norwell decent field position, especially considering the last punt. And at the very least, you're switching field position here. And Bodkins tripped up by the ankles after a gain of 2.
I really wish I would have been keeping track, because from when I've started noticing it and trying to watch it, I think Norwell's 100% blitz so far tonight. They're bringing at least 1-2 linebackers on every single play, and you got to wonder at what part Bellmont starts to take advantage of that. Just start throwing a little pitch and catch like they did on that long 3rd down, wherever the blitz is coming from, and you're going to get an easy 5, 10, 15 yards on every play.
Kobe Baker lined up to the near side here on this 2nd down play. Ullman has to fire a quick throw. It's caught by Baker coming inside at the 40-yard line. He is knocked down for a first down by Cade Shelton, and Bellmont has their 2nd first down of the drive.
Well, that was really good timing, wasn't it? They brought an outside blitz, and they just threw the quick little slant. That's hard to guard because you know that they're going to be man-to-man. You just bring the slant like that, and he was able to stand in, and he took a pretty good lick right there.
He did.
Getting rid of the ball, but he made a really nice throw, and Bellmont might find success with something like that if they commit to it.
Yeah, you're right, Colin. That kind of play kind of appeared that Bellmont knew what was coming, or at least had an idea of what might be coming, and took it there and went with a quick hitter. Ullman looking for the pass to the left again, coming inside and swinging around and incomplete. Job Hoffman tried to corral it but couldn't. The 6'4 sophomore kind of got spun around there near the first down marker. 2nd down.
You know, Derek, you and I are kind of some up-and-coming referees, if you will.
Is that what we are?
Yeah, that's the way I'm going to say it. And I try not to dog on referees too much, but some of the holds they called on Norwell early in this game I thought were a little questionable. Bellmont got away with one really bad right there. Brody Bullen was coming off the edge. The tackle just kind of swung him around so he couldn't make the play. That's one that you got to call both ways.
Bullen had
that was a false start.
Had to battle through some injury stuff. That ball's tapped and almost picked off as Aiden Rusu, I think, either got the club or the hand on it, and it fell incomplete. Cohen Bailey had a chance at the pick. Back-to-back incompletions, 3rd and 10 for the Braves.
Oh, man, they missed a false start there, too. I couldn't tell if it was the guard or tackle, but one of them, their heads popped up. But once again, Bellmont was kind of committing to that throw and pitch and catch type of a deal that we were talking about, and now they're stuck in a 3rd and long situation. You know, I wouldn't mind Norwell maybe not bringing a blitz here one time. Just leave one of the linebackers in to be a little bit of a spy and just drop everyone, make the quarterback uncomfortable, because I think I can trust Brody Bullen to make a good pass rush and get pressure on him.
Now Bellmont will have to take a timeout here as they ran the play clock down. Nick Hall will use his first TO of the first half. We'll take a timeout as well and be back after this.
We're here at Craigville Appliance celebrating the boys of fall. We love football season at Craigville Appliance. But with that being said, we know that sometimes it's a rainy, muddy day and you got to do the laundry when you get home. We know laundry stinks, but at Craigville Appliance, we've got the tools to take care of you. Come to Craigville Appliance or tell your friends to come over. We got brands like LG, Speed Queen, Maytag, Electrolux. The list goes on and on. Come to Craigville Appliance or check us out online at cappliance.com. That's C as in cat, appliance.com.
I was like, all right, welcome back to the courtyard. 3:09 left in the first half. And hey, are you looking to buy or sell in Wells County? Work with an experienced full-time agent. Bev Grish would love to guide you through the process with her 24 years of local experience. Bev sells Wells. Call 466-1822. 21-0 Knights, and 3rd and 10 upcoming here for Bellmont. And the Braves coming out of the timeout. Nick Hall ran that all the way down and then tried to call timeout, did not go to the line of scrimmage. And so it's the first timeout for either team in the first half. This has been a swiftly moving first half.
Wow.
Not even a quarter till 8. We've grown accustomed to this brand of football over the years.
Yeah.
It's the kind of football you like in a game that's not particularly close.
Well, we have not had any tight ones yet this year. We're in week 4, and we've had 3 beatdowns in different directions. Ullman takes the snap, and he keeps it. He fooled everybody as they thought they had Bodkins with the football. Instead, it was Ullman on the keeper. gets to the 35, 4th and 5 in 4-down territory for the Braves.
You know, obviously they called that just to keep the clock running. I don't think they had too much trust they could pick up a first down there. A little surprised Norwell isn't calling a timeout here.
Well, they figure Belmont's going to go for it anyway. And I guess you got all 3 timeouts. There's time to work. You're going to have about a 2-minute drill if Bellmont doesn't get the conversion here. It's 4th and 5 for the Braves. Ullman looks left, throws it deep, and it is, I think, picked off.
It's going to be picked off.
They're wrestling for it. Klein Neuenschwander has the pick at the 10.
He just wanted that ball more. That's the jump ball, and Klein Neuenschwander said, I'll take that.
That's also one where he should have dropped it once he fell down.
Yeah, honestly, you're right.
4th down. I mean, now they have it on the 10. They could have had it on the 35. I mean, that's hard to think about, especially when you're wrestling for the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not like that was just an easy interception. He had to take it away. But once you fall on your back, why don't you just let that fall off your stomach there?
It is the 2nd turnover for Bellmont tonight. Both of them have been on 4th down. Opponents now on the season are 2 of 6 on 4th down. First pick of the year for Klein Neuenschwander. 2:23 left. The Knights have to go 90 yards for a touchdown here with all 3 timeouts. So we'll get a good look at the passing game on this drive.
I'm interested to see what they do here. 2-minute drill, and they have the offense for it, running that no-huddle style offense with the wristbands on everybody's arm. This is
high snap to Bailey. He tosses. Colbert has unbelievable room to the outside, and now we've got a penalty, and I think it might be a blindside block coming in from the 25-yard line. It's either that or a block in the back maybe, but it is going to go against Norwell.
Now,
I think.
I'm sorry, but that is just a bad call. I mean, it's just
that
a penalty for hitting hard.
No, I get it.
So they got a hold.
That was called. I threw a flag because it was a hard block, and then I needed something to call, so I call it a hold. I mean, he knocked him down. How is that a hold?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Good grief. I'm sorry. That's just a bad call.
Well, it'll back Norwell up inside the 15, so they do get some first down yardage. 1st and 6 coming up for the Knights after the penalty.
After the penalty, 1st and 6 for the Knights.
Well, good first down play. You get 4 yards on it.
I guess.
Look at the bright side here.
Jeez.
Glass half full.
Colbert.
Norwell elected to run it.
I'm surprised at the play call on first down. Clock's still running. You had a 1st and short, though, and that's a play where you could maybe take a shot even though you're backed up.
I was kind of expecting a run maybe on the first play like they did, but on the second one that kind of surprised me. They've been able to run the ball so well that's why it didn't surprise me, but now they got to hurry.
Another high snap. Well, the Knights have had problems with that tonight. Bailey hauls it in, then throws over the middle. Incomplete. Cohen Bailey and Klein Neuenschwander both went for that ball, and it falls incomplete. Now 3rd down and 3 for Norwell.
I like Leighton Bailey sitting in the pocket, though. I mean, he's got all day. The receivers need to continue running their routes, is what happened. They both stopped in the middle of the field and just sat there, one behind another, and that's not going to work. You just got to keep running your route and trust it.
Minute 45 left in the first half. Norwell up 21-0 on Bellmont.
Listen here then, see what you can pick up and then call timeout.
It's a toss. Colbert's going to have the first down easily as he busts across the 30-yard line, picks up a block. He's down the sideline, and Thatcher missed him. Colbert finally brought down by Jamison Rumpel all the way at the Bellmont 22 on a 3rd and 3.
Man, did you see the hole he ran through? Wow, that is huge. And then just a nice job just turning on the Jets, and not quite quick enough to outrun the last Bellmont defender, but that's good call, Colin, like you said. Bellmont maybe expecting a pass there. And
that's what I was going to say. That it looked like they were sitting back right there.
Yep.
Well, now they can take their time because you've got a minute 35, and Graff tries to cut it up, and he's falling forward every time. And Graff also has had plenty of time to move forward. This is a guy that hasn't been contacted until 7-8 yards down the field most times. Bellmont has a man down as Norwell calls their first timeout, I think, unless that was after the injury here.
Yeah. Well, Coach Gerber called it, but I don't know who they're going to end up giving it to.
Yeah, they are going to call it. So they will be charged with a timeout, and we will take a short break and return after this.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
.86 seconds left in the first half. It was Trevor Walker who was down for Bellmont, and he is slowly back to his feet. This is a Bellmont team that really cannot afford to go through a lot of injuries. They've had a couple of suspensions here. They've had a lot of things not go right in their direction here over the last week or so, and unfortunately a couple of their key pieces on both offense and defense are not going to be playing for a while. Second down and short coming up for Norwell. Ball's on the 13-yard line.
After the gain of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1 on the 13.
Bailey from the gun. Bodenheimer in motion. Toss to Colbert. Colbert cuts it up down near the 5. Clock will stop for a moment to set the chains, but Norwell does not have to be in a hurry here. Got plenty of time. First down and goal coming up at the 6.
I mean, if anything, just bleed this down so Bellmont just takes a knee and you take it into half.
Agreed. Yeah, you don't want to run this play until you have to.
Even if they score now, I don't see Bellmont taking a shot to go downfield. But
I don't know. Another high snap, and this is going to really throw the timing of this play off.
Yep.
Colbert's fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Aiden Billiard's having issues snapping the ball tonight. His 6-foot sophomore.
Just been this drive, really.
Well, he's had some high snaps all night, but the last couple have been the worst. Norwell takes a timeout. I still think they could have bled the clock down more, but in any case, one timeout left, Colin.
Sorry to interrupt, but one thing I'm surprised we haven't seen yet, and this seems like a prime part of the field to do it, is that little pop pass we saw a few times last week against Leo.
That worked.
They ran that a fair amount of times last week, and they had success with it.
To Bodenheimer, right?
Right, correct. So I'm a little surprised that maybe that I'm speculating. We haven't seen it yet tonight, but that's one thing I wouldn't be surprised to see right here if they just leak him out and toss it over the linebackers to him.
Well, Nick Huffman is a Bluffton High School graduate, and he's ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. Nick is part of the Steffen Group and can be reached at 827-8255 or find him on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. He is our scoreboard sponsor tonight. Norwell leads 21-0 on that scoreboard with 59 seconds left in the first half. Second and goal coming up just beyond the 6-yard line. A timeout left for the Knights, 2 for Bellmont, although I can't imagine they're going to be too aggressive in calling them. Colbert in the backfield. Bodenheimer on second down, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, we wanted the pop pass to Bodenheimer, but either way, Bodenheimer gets in for the touchdown. That's a great play call. You can call it a fullback dive, H-back dive, whatever you want to call it. It's a quick hitter up the middle, and it's a score for Norwell.
Gotten some really good blocking from the offensive line here tonight from Norwell, too. I mean, he's not having to face anything most snaps until 2-3 yards downfield. So really good blocking there, really good play. He made a nice cut. It's been fun offense to watch from Norwell tonight since they're mixing in more passes.
Yeah, and the whole playbook's opened up when you're owning the line of scrimmage. You can literally run anything you want, and you're almost guaranteed to get positive yardage, barring a flag.
All right, well, Norwell scores again to make it 28-0, so they're one touchdown away from that elusive 35-point margin, which one team or the other has reached in the first 3 weeks, and it seems like it might be inevitable to be reaching here again tonight. Be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that's best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first, home improvement, and at Heidi Automotive Group, their next satisfied customer will be you. Serving Wells County and the surrounding area with a great selection of new and used vehicles with an outstanding service department. Visit HighDayMotors.com to view their inventory. Well, Bluffton and Woodland is also on the Voice Sports Network tonight. Norwell leads 28-0 here. But you can check out the broadcast over on YouTube or the IHSCA Champions Network as the Tigers taking on 0-3 Woodland tonight. The Warriors suffered a defeat last week to Heritage, who Norwell blasted in week 2 on the road. And as we get a look at that, that's still in the first half. Bluffton has a narrow 13-12 lead over Woodland, who's looking for their first win.
Must not have a kicker.
I guess not. Graft on to kick it off for Norwell. It gets a little closer to dusk here tonight. This is a nice kickoff back towards the end zone, and it is into the end zone as Thatcher will not have a chance for the return. So Bellmont will start on their own 20. And fellas, can't imagine Belmont's too aggressive here.
I was just about to say, I'm not really expecting much here. Just run your normal offense, try and get some confidence going into halftime here. They do get the ball coming out of half, if I remember correctly.
They do.
Yep.
So, yeah, just run your normal
dives
offense.
up the middle or something, I'd expect.
Guys, this is also going to mark 14 consecutive quarters without a score against Norwell. That's just an amazing stat.
It has to be a record of some sort,
and
or at least close to it.
It speaks volumes about Norwell's defensive identity, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, they've got this offense that Bellmont runs figured out.
Well, we talk about how many things don't change with teams from all over the place each season. You know, you play the same 7 teams. Every now and then you get to mix in a new non-conference opponent. This year it was Jennings County. Next year it'll be Mississinawa, and you've got Delta coming in to replace Heritage after that. But outside of that, you pretty much know what other teams in the conference are going to do. You play them in the same week every year, too, so you know their tendencies on that front.
Kind of cracks me up that, you know, they're on a new head coach and they're still just running that same 1980s wing
That's
tee.
what it is.
Yeah.
Ullman keeps it this time. Cut down just inside the 30. That'll be the last play of the first half. So, Norwell's going to take a 28-0 lead into halftime. It would
building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built Forever home.
Hello, Tim Steffen Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Steffen Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Steffen Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Tim Steffen and Steffen Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at SteffenGRP.com.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. A professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Thunder and lightning, rock and roll, even peanut butter and jelly. There are some things in this world that just naturally seem to go together. At Farmers and Merchant State Bank, it's you and us. That's why at F&M, we're always ready to partner with you on all your financial needs, from checking and savings to auto loans and more. Now that's pretty black and white. Farmers and Merchants, you and us. Learn more at fm.bank, member FDIC.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, Investment Advisor Representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev sells Wells at 466-1822.
We're here at Craigville Appliance celebrating the boys of fall. We love football season at Craigville Appliance. But with that being said, we know that sometimes it's a rainy, muddy day and you got to do the laundry when you get home. We know laundry stinks, but at Craigville Appliance, we've got the tools to take care of you. Come to Craigville Appliance or tell your friends to come over. We got brands like LG, Speed Queen, Maytag, Electrolux. The list goes on and on. Come to Craigville Appliance or check us out online at cappliance.com. That's C as in cat, appliance.com.
Welcome back to the courtyard. Norwell is on top of Bellmont at the break, 28-0. Here's a couple of halftime scores from around the area. East Noble on top of DeKalb, 35-0. That is late in the second quarter, almost halftime. Homestead leads Dwenger in the SAC battle tonight, 21-7. That's definitely the night, the game of the night really in the area. Has big SAC implications. Elsewhere in the Northeast State, it's also Columbia City 21, Huntington North 14. That game is close to halftime. Leo has extended their lead over New Haven 36-15. That's late in the first half as well. Carroll on top of Northrop 31-0, and Adams Central leading Jay County 41-0. So those are some of the scores from around the area. We'll keep you updated on the rest of the Northeast State games tonight as well. We'll take another timeout. We'll return with the balance of the halftime show, followed by the third quarter after this on WellsCountyVoice.com.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your...
By providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience, we offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Hello, Tim Steffen Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Steffen Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Steffen Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare Medicare Supplement, Health, Life, and Long-Term Care Plans. 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice. Securities and insurance offered through Thurston Springer Financial, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA and SIPC, and Indiana Insurance Agency. Tim Stephan is a registered associate of Thurston Springer Financial and is doing business as Stephan Financial Group. Tim Stephan and Stephan Financial Group are independent of Thurston Springer Financial.
Kathy Peterson of the Stephan Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Stephan Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, Cathie.Peterson at StephanGRP.com.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Soaring high above, exploring our planet. A professional timepiece designed to take flight. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers on North Main Street in Bluffton, where personal service and trust become part of the memory. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Back here at the courtyard as we chat the first half action. Derek Decker with Colin Schwartz will be rejoined by Christian Bohetta in a few moments for the second half. But really, again, domination doesn't sum up the word well enough, because, quite frankly, in the first half, it was a Norwell team who was able to get whatever they wanted offensively right from the outset. Defensively, actually, Bellmont did have a couple of sustained drives. They just weren't able to convert. They drove pretty deep into Norwell territory on their first drive of the game. It's certainly, as we can tell, based on last year and the last couple of years, this is definitely an improving Bellmont team.
You know, I was going to say that. You can tell that this is a team that is improving. You know, they got a lot of youth. You talked about the youth on the offensive line. But, you know, they went up against AC and South Adams to start their season. That's
tough.
That's a tall task. And then, you know, it kind of evened out last week. They got to face a NE8 team that, you know, is maybe middle to lower the pack, at least for this year. And, you know, they're able to compete with them for most of the game, put up 35 points. You know, so obviously this is a team that is improving. But then coming into this game against Norwell, you're coming up against a team who faced a loss that I'd have to say I don't know how surprising the loss was, but it's surprising how it happened and how badly it was.
Big time.
So, you know, Norwell had a chip on their shoulder coming into this week. They had something to prove, I think, to prove, you know, all the hype about them being, you know, up and coming and good this year. Norwell had something to prove, and, you know, they came out today. You know, Bellmont's supposed to be a rivalry game too. So, you know, Norwell came out fired up. They were able to get ahead early, and, you know, they were kind of scoring early and often. here tonight.
Yeah, they were ranked last week, and then obviously they fell out of the rankings this week. Still receiving a lot of votes, by the way, in the 3A poll, and a couple more wins would probably see them back inside the top 10. There's just a lot of winnable games on this schedule. I think New Haven next week, Colin, presents a very interesting contest. New Haven is down now big at the half, but they took the early lead at Leo. They've scored a couple of times against that very stingy Leo defense. So if the Bulldogs are healthy next week, that's a road game, and historically that's been a very difficult place for the Knights to win.
That's always been a fun one, too, if you will.
Yeah.
That's always been a fun game to watch, in just about every sport from baseball, basketball, and football. Next week is really a pretty good test for Norwell. I think it's going to be really easy for Norwell to overlook that New Haven game and go, okay, well, we got East Noble coming up. That's a big game.
Yeah.
And it could be easy to overlook. I was kind of nervous they might overlook this game because you got two big games against New Haven and East Noble after tonight. But they came out and took care of business tonight, and next week should be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, let's step aside one more time. We'll come back with the third quarter after this on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Thunder and lightning, rock and roll, even peanut butter and jelly. There are some things in this world that just naturally seem to go together. At Farmers and Merchant State Bank, it's you and us. That's why at F&M, we're always ready to partner with you on all your financial needs, from checking and savings to auto loans and more. Now that's pretty black and white. Farmers and Merchants, you and us. Learn more at fm.bank, member FDIC.
Always going to have sibling rivalry, and it's no different with the Heidi brothers. They went and built two dealerships right next to each other and filled them up with new Chevys, Jeeps, Buicks, Chryslers, Dodge Rams, and more. And some of the best late model pre-owned vehicles around, just so they could compete for your business with service, selection, and price. The choice is yours. Heidi Automotive Group in Bluffton, just 20 minutes south of Fort Wayne.
Back here at the courtyard, 28-0. Norwell on top of Bellmont here as we're about to start the third quarter. Well, Norwell got out to an early lead. They scored on all four of their first half drives, and we kind of take a look at some of the scores from around the area. We did see also over on the Voice Sports Network up in Woodburn, Woodland is leading Bluffton at the break 18-13. That looks like a dandy of a second half, and you can check out Scott Menser on the call there.
That seems like we could get some scoregami on that game.
That's kind of that. No kickers for either team apparently. And that's the situation going on up there. Homestead had the big lead at halftime, 21-7. That's an important game in the SAC. Homestead lost last week to Lures. So if Homestead wins tonight, then actually Lures would be in sole possession of the SAC, assuming that they win tonight. And that's certainly expected. Of course, Leo had a sizable advantage over New Haven at halftime as well. East Noble's at DeKalb tonight. East Noble was up 35-0 before the half at last check there, and then Huntington North trailed Columbia City 21-14 just before the half. That was at least the last update that we got, so that's kind of where we're at right now in the Northeast State. Obviously, We're only 1 week in. The Knights are going to go to 2-0 here tonight with a win over Bellmont. They've got New Haven next week, then East Noble, and then DeKalb. Bellmont goes back home to play Huntington North, and then they've got Leo and New Haven. So a challenging stretch for the Braves upcoming, despite we talked about the fact that this is an improving group, no doubt. Bellmont will receive to start this third quarter. Knights will kick right to left. Drew Graff back on the field for Norwell. He has handled the kickoff duties really since week 1. And it's been Cooper Sloan still for the PATs. It's worked out nicely for the Knights. Light breeze here tonight's all but subsided. Just a bit of air moving around. We're in the upper 60s. Gorgeous evening for football.
You think they onside kick it here to try to get the ball and get to that 35-point mark?
No. I doubt it.
Good grief.
Graff puts his right foot into it. Nice boot. One hops toward the end zone. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds at the 3.
Would have been a good punt. Not a good kickoff.
Right. He goes coffin corner on a kickoff, and Bellmont will start on the 35. Well, Colin, if you're Bellmont, where do you go from here offensively? Did have some stuff that worked, just couldn't find the end zone.
You probably got to come out and run the ball first play. See if Norwell's made any adjustments. That's kind of the name of the game coming out of half. If you're Norwell, you shut them out, so you don't really have any adjustments to make. So kind of see what they're going to do. See if they keep bringing that blitz out of the 3-man front, and then maybe just try and keep doing that pitch and catch and, get chunk gain after chunk gain.
Well, we're still on a regular clock at this point. It's 28-0. Bellmont has everything bunched to the right side. Handoff goes to Bodkins. And that's kind of what we saw a lot of in the second quarter from Bellmont. Bodkins falling forward. Bodenheimer in on the stop for the Knights. 2nd and 8.
The beginning of the second quarter is when I started keeping track, how often Norwell blitzes. And it's been every single play. It's still 100%. So, I still think Bellmont needs to just kind of identify where that's coming from on every play and just throw it right over the head of the blitz.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Derek Decker alongside Christian Bohetta, Colin Schwartz here at the Courtyard. Week 4 action. And Norwell in the driver's seat. 28-0 early in the third. That is Jamison Rumpel, who is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Trey Bodenheimer again, also Blake Hafley in on the stop for the Knights this time. They lose a yard. 3rd and long upcoming for Bellmont.
Facing that, like you said, 3rd and long, it's uncomfortable for Bellmont and this team. I don't think they like throwing the ball too deep. I just don't really know where they go. They haven't shown the ability to really make a real long pass except outside of one play.
Yeah.
So it's just such an uncomfortable spot for them in an offense like this and against a defense like Norwell.
Again, they threw it a lot last week. They have thrown it 51 times coming into tonight on the season in 3 weeks. Ullman will throw on 3rd down. That is well overthrown. He was looking for Kobe Baker down the near sideline.
Field here.
There is, and it's in the area of maybe defensive holding, actually. That might be the case. We'll get the call from Tom Muth.
Well, Bellmont puts, all their eggs in one basket and goes after one receiver, and he didn't get his head around, so.
He threw it before he threw the ball, though. He threw the flag before he threw the ball.
Well, and regardless, in high school, obviously uncatchable is not a rule, so, yep, it is defensive holding. Well, I believe, there really haven't been very many penalties in this game, but I don't think Bellmont has one other than a false start maybe. So there's only been probably 5 penalties in the game. About 4 of them have gone on Norwell. That's general numbers. So they will mark off the penalty, and it will give Bellmont a 1st down right at the 46-yard line. So defensive hold on the Knights.
Wow.
And it came real close. You're right, Colin. A defensive hold would have come before the ball was thrown. So it will give Bellmont a 1st down on what otherwise would have been a 3-and-out to start the third quarter. Ullman hands it off. Bodkins.
Boy,
2 yards.
They're just getting nothing up the middle tonight, are they?
Nope. They had a little success in the first quarter, but Norwell figured them out, and like you said, Colin, Norwell's just bringing the house, and Bellmont has no answer for it.
It's interesting to me. I'm trying to look for it here. Trey Bodenheimer is a well put together kid, but he's not just a monster. You know what I mean? Like he's 6 foot 210. There, I finally found it. But sitting there at the nose guard position, that's an interesting place to have him because he's probably so much quicker than a lot of the centers.
Handoff goes to Thatcher on the sweep.
He was in that nose guard position the first 2 games of the season as well, and he performed really well in it. I know they were talking in the offseason that they were going to throw him at nose just because he's such a strong kid. And a couple plays ago, he grabbed the running back by his back and threw him backwards 5 yards. That just shows the strength of Trey.
And you know, him being strong is why they threw him in there, but also his athleticism.
Yeah.
You can really screw up an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Especially a center, he has to snap the ball and then come up, and he's lined up in a zero technique right over the center. So that's a tall task for a center.
3rd and 4 for Bellmont. And Thatcher makes the grab. Same play they ran in the first half. It gets them a first down here.
They brought the blitz. Norwell did on the inside. That leaves that area vacated. That's just too easy. I'm surprised they don't do that more often, to be quite honest with you.
You can honestly run it every play until
really,
Norwell adjusts to it.
Well, I was going to say, it's been there all night. Now, they've waited till 3rd down to run that play twice, but you're right, guys. You could have success on that basically every single play.
And it's no secret that Norwell's going to blitz, so it seems like they could play their safeties in a little more shallow to help with that play.
Baker lined up wide. Handoff to Rumpel, and he is dragged down for a loss. Trey Bodenheimer in there on the stop for the Knights. He was leading the charge. A lot of blue shirts right around the football, though.
It's just crazy to me that Bellmont doesn't, they don't change anything. They really just stick to what they know, and they did not make any offensive adjustments going into this half. And
they had those sweeps, those little tosses out to the edge that were, opening up the field a little bit. That worked a few times there in the first half, but they're still just committed to running up the middle.
Right into the teeth of the Norwell defense.
Ullman to pass, pressure coming. Hafley lays a hit on him. It's underthrown and knocked away by Klein Neuenschwander.
That's a really good play from Klein Neuenschwander. I know, Bohada, you were in coverage a little bit when you were playing at Norwell. That was one-on-one. He made a really nice play on the ball. He located the ball, looked at the wide receiver's eyes, and was able to make a nice play.
Yeah, like you said, as soon as the wide receiver's eyes get big, you flip your head around and turn those hips. That's exactly what he did. He's really impressed me in this game, and really all year in the secondary. And on offense, he's had a couple nice catches, but he had that pick towards the end of the first half. That was a really nice play, and just fought for the ball more too.
And you're right, he does look just so long. It looks like his arms are.
And that's huge at the cornerback position, that length.
3rd and 11 for the Braves, and Bodkins breaks one up the middle and has the first down. A simple play on 3rd down. They pick up 11, maybe 12. First down for the Braves.
You're right, that was a simple play, and I think it was so simple that it caught Norwell off guard. That's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass, and they were able just to run it right up the middle. We talked about how they haven't been able to get anything on the inside. Well, they did right there, and I think it was because it caught Norwell on their toes, or on their heels, excuse me.
Now this time back to the old well. Bodkins for a yard.
Norwell took Bodenheimer out and put Kyle Edison at the nose guard position, maybe a little bigger body. Maybe tired of Bellmont just trying to hit him with that quick hitter.
Being lined up in that zero tech as a nose guard against this offense, you're probably getting double teamed every single play at that nose guard position.
Clock chewing drive for Bellmont to open the 3rd quarter. We're ticking towards 7 minutes to go already. Norwell had a 6-minute drive to open the game. He'll throw on 2nd down. That's the same play again as they were looking for Thatcher. This ball overthrown.
To me, does it seem like Norwell struggles a little bit coming out of the half? They struggled a little bit against Heritage. They struggled a little bit.
Heritage drove the whole length of the field.
Right. It's kind of weird to me that they've been like that. I don't know if it's waking back up after halftime, but it seems like they just have a tough time getting going.
Well, the first 2 games against Jennings County and Heritage, they had massive leads and knew that the game was out of control.
Easy to lose focus.
It's hard. It really is. It's hard to stay focused when you're up 28-0. You're honestly just trying to get that one last score to get the running clock and you get the second string in.
Ulmer floats it down the sideline, and wide open is Rumpel. And what are they going to say? He dropped the football. They're going to say he caught it and then fumbled it out of bounds. So it will be a first down for Bellmont. That is 3 consecutive 3rd down conversions on this drive for the Braves.
I will say that was about the most complex play I've seen from Bellmont today. They ran the guy in motion, then just kept him going on a wheel route, and they were able to get a linebacker on a running back. That's a really good play call. Something that we didn't really see in the first half on a play like that. I'm surprised they didn't bring that out a little bit earlier in the first half.
And it's 1st and goal for Bellmont on the 10-yard line. Ullman to Bodkins. Bottled up again. And I don't understand, like, at some point you've got to change the play on first down because they've done that every play this drive, every series. They've gone to that play on first down, and it's been basically the same result.
And I was going to say, a few times they tried to switch it up in the first half, and they would try and pass it or something, and it kind of put themselves in a hole. And it's like they're being too conservative now. They don't want to put themselves in a hole, if you know what I mean. So they just keep running that same play, and it's not getting anything on first down. And I mean, crap, you know it's coming if you're Norwell.
Yeah.
Every first down, it's just that little dive play up the middle.
Looks like a backup running back comes in for Bellmont to replace the guy that just ran the ball. His helmet popped off, so he had to go off the field for one play.
Bodkins is off. Rumpel's still on. Now a whistle. Several whistles.
I think Norwell called a timeout.
You are correct. 6:43 left in the third quarter. We'll step away and be back.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Third quarter at the Courtyard, 28-0 Knights, 6:43 to go. And Norwell has a big lead, but Bellmont is driving. They've had the ball for the entirety of this third quarter to this point. They're threatening 2nd and goal on the 10-yard line. The Knights just called a timeout to try to calm things down. 3 third down and long conversions on this drive for Bellmont. This has been their best drive of the night, as we mentioned. Snap back to Ullman. There's the toss, running to the outside and pushed to the boundary at about the 7-yard line.
And you know, going back to that third down thing you were talking about, that's how many third downs Belmont's gotten on in this half on this drive already. Norwell's defense comes into the game only allowing a first down conversion on third down 26% of the time, which is very, very good.
Right. And these were third and longs.
Right. So very interesting to see what Bellmont does here. They've kind of run out of room where they can't get too creative. That's why teams start to struggle in the red zone. I'm interested to see what they do right here.
Ullman will throw to his right. Pressure coming, and he tries to dump it off for Thatcher, but it's incomplete.
It's a good play call if you're Bellmont, actually. It is just unlucky. That was just the better play call on defense if you're Norwell. They brought a 0 blitz, knowing that would keep Bellmont uncomfortable and just not give them enough time to leak out that little H-back on one side. Really good play call on offense, but an even better play call on defense.
Tell you what, as a Norwell linebacker this game,
you're having a good
time.
You're having a good time.
Blitzing every play. I mean, it's just...
I mean, that was a 0 blitz. Everybody came on that one.
Yeah.
4th down to goal on the 7.
Tight end pop pass here.
Ullman on the fade. Is it caught? It is for the touchdown. Nice grab in the corner of the end zone, and the Braves are on the board.
I mean, that's pretty good coverage. That's just a really nice catch there from Bellmont. They had the one-on-one coverage on the top there. They're just throwing it up to him. That's about all you could do if you're Bellmont right there. You probably don't feel comfortable running the ball on 4th and 7, 4th and goal from the 7. So good throw. Put it on that back pylon. Good coverage, but a really good catch.
How about this, guys? Job Hoffman makes his first catch of the season, and it's for a touchdown.
And that's the first time Bellmont scored on Norwell in how many quarters?
This was 14 plus. So the streak is finally over, and Bellmont with a small, low snap, chunked kick, good. And it's 28-7. So the Braves complete the extra point. Visit the Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA today at 550 West Dustman in Bluffton. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you and join the Y. Also, Daniel's Jewelers features bridal, fine, and fun jewelry, fossil, and citizen watches, along with SteelX and much more. Located in the Interurban Park in Bluffton, Daniel's offers resetting and redesigning of your jewelry. Visit Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton or online at danielsjewelers.net. 28-7, 6:29 left, third quarter. Colin, a really impressive drive put together, and 3 third down conversions and a 4th down conversion for the Braves on that particular drive.
You know, we came out of halftime wondering what they were going to do. You asked me kind of what the keys are for Bellmont going into this. you know, it seems like Norwell probably has this win, if we're being honest. If you're Bellmont, though, you're kind of built. You're going into a game next week against Huntington North at home that you can win.
Very winnable.
Very winnable for them. So they're building up confidence now against a really good Norwell team, a very solid Norwell team, and they're showing that they can play. I mean, Norwell's kind of had their way on offense tonight, but it hasn't been just, it hasn't been as bad as a few games Norwell's had this year as far as the offense versus defense.
Yeah.
So, you're just building confidence now if you're Bellmont. There's just a really nice methodical drive. Took a long time. Took a lot of points off the clock, or time off the clock.
Well, bit of a bobbled play there on a line drive kick. Trey Bodenheimer falls on it for Norwell.
He was meant to be more of a squib, but he hit the fat part of the ball, and it was a line drive right at Norwell. But
that takes me back to the middle school days where, they'd line someone up right down the middle of the field, and they would tell the kicker, all right, try and kick it off his face mask or something. That's what that looked like.
Yeah.
And if you're the front line guy, just get out of the way if you can. I mean, jeez. He stuck his hands out there to catch it.
Exactly. Get a good return here.
Luke Graft in the backfield for the Knights on first down.
Good field position.
Yeah, no doubt. Best of the night almost. Graft on the pitch. Graft has a first down. Still on his feet. Tries to reverse field now. Graft still moving. And now we've got a penalty on Brody Bolin, I think.
I don't know.
They might get Kobe Baker of Bellmont. Anyway, it's way away from the play. But I think they're going to get Norwell. Pretty sure.
I wasn't watching.
Well, there was some fighting going on down here. Bolin and Kobe Baker. It's a first down gain as it stands. This, though, is a live ball penalty, though. It was during the play, so it would be enforced, and it is against Bolin. So this will back Norwell up. Based on the spot of the foul, you're looking at first down and short once again, just inside the 10 yards.
He's finishing a block is what he's doing. So what? It's 20 yards downfield. It's a block.
Regardless, it was evident. I'm still griping about stuff that happened 6 years ago.
They're leaving him out there.
All right, 1st and 8. How about that?
Don't see that very often.
Nope. You're talking about Scorigami earlier. Yeah. We've had 1st and 8 and 1st and 6 tonight.
And a personal foul for playing too hard.
Graft, another big hole. Graft has a first down again and much more, and still fighting for extra yardage down to the 42.
Boy, they found something with that toss play tonight. That has worked numerous times tonight, every time they've gone to it.
Yeah, and honestly, we haven't seen that in the offense all that much in the first 3 weeks. They've busted that out and made a couple of changes, and you're right, it's been very successful here tonight.
It's really good to have in the bag when you're not getting any success up the middle. If you can beat a team on the edge, that's huge. And then that forces teams to try to set that edge and kind of draw some guys out of the middle. That opens things up in the playbook.
Empties the box a little bit.
Yep.
Bailey hands it off.
Yep,
Graft again. Graft. Tried to outrun everybody and caught at the ankles at the 5.
He's just pushing him off. Is what he is. He's kind of just swatting him away as he's running down the field. It's really,
like I said, that yards after contact has been a big stat for Norwell tonight if they kept it in high school.
Now we've got the clock stopped again. Looks like an equipment issue. Five and a half to go in the third quarter. It's Isaac Bodkins with the problem, but he's got it taken care of. First and goal for Norwell here, just inside the 5-yard line. Graft fighting for the end zone. He dives forward.
You're going to call him short.
No signal now. He's about a foot short.
Boy, just keep going to the well. Same play right here is what I would do.
No reason to go away from it.
Yeah, that or a QB sneak. I mean, the ball's literally inches away from the goal line.
I'll tell you who had great success on sneaks was Leo last week. Man, they had a great push up front. Of course, you've got West Virginia and Rutgers staring you down. And now we've got a penalty marker down. Colbert's in for the touchdown.
That's going to be an illegal shift.
Yep, there's the call. So second and goal back at the 6-yard line, or just inside the 6.
He started falling forward, and he just couldn't stop himself.
Can't do that.
Well, Norwell's overcome a few penalties here today.
No kidding.
They're going to have to
starting to rack up.
They're going to have to clean this up going into future games, because against teams like East Noble and New Haven, once you get into the sectional, that's going to come back to haunt you at one point.
Graft dragged backwards at the 3, so that's and now we've got another penalty marker, and that's coming from the back judge.
And that's a late call.
Yeah, and I think this one might be against Bellmont. Looked like a Norwell player was down. Kind of got thrown down. I don't know if... Yeah, this one's against Bellmont. This thing's starting to... Well, look, it is a rivalry game, you're right, but it's not close. It's 28-7, but it feels like it's 50-7.
That one was on Kobe Baker, which is who Brody got into it with a little bit earlier, when Brody got called for the unsportsmanlike. So
right.
A little bit of retaliation there from Kobe Baker.
We've moved 10 seconds off the game clock in the past 10 minutes. It's impressive.
Now here comes the head linesman to try to... It's third down here for the Knights.
This is that prime pop pass area, too, if you're Norwell. You haven't brought that out yet.
Bodenheimer.
Both times I've said that, they've just handed it off to Bodenheimer.
Second touchdown of the night for Trey Bodenheimer, the sophomore. The Knights extend their lead again.
Can't stop that play. That's a lot of teams that Norwell sees this season. They're not going to be able to stop that play, and that's great to have.
So what, Norwell's 5 for 5 tonight on drives and touchdowns?
I believe that's correct, and that extra point is good. Cooper Sloan is perfect tonight. That makes him 19 for 20 on the year. 95% is a real good number for a high school kicker. All right, Tim Steffen and his staff at Steffen Financial Group are a full-service financial firm committed to helping people pursue their financial goals by identifying your goals and helping you make sound decisions to reach them. And Dr. Josh Bell strives to help you heal and stay healthy for years to come with individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages. Don't suffer from chronic pain. Corrective Chiropractic can help. Located at 360 North Main Street in Bluffton. 4:30 left in the third quarter, 35-7. Norwell on top of Bellmont. This game really hasn't been close since the first drive. You're right. Bellmont does not have a stop yet. They have not forced a turnover all season long. They're now 0 to 10 in that category. They've turned it over 10 times. Norwell's turnover margin is 9 to 2 at this point after 2 big turnovers tonight to make them +7 on the year. I think, sometimes that can be a little bit misleading, but more oftentimes than not, turnover margin speaks volumes about your defense and how often you win games. I mean, it is a huge key statistic to any team's success.
Yeah, -10 isn't going to win you a lot of ball games.
No. Drew Graff to blast this one away. This is not going to be a touchback. Thatcher will have a chance to return it from the 5. Thatcher in the middle of the field, and then he gets clobbered up front by Aiden Rusu just across the 20-yard line.
Really nice tackle.
Oh, he certainly laid a hit on him, didn't he?
I love seeing Norwell players finish hits like that.
All right, Belmont's offense back to work. Both teams scored on their first drive of the second half. Knights are up 28. Norwell's 3 games this year have been decided all by 34 or more points.
Wow.
And Belmont's have all been decided by more than 27. So neither one of these teams have played in a close game yet. Now Bellmont, again, that 62-35 was a little bit misleading. There's a handoff for a couple to Bodkins. And I was told today, and I went back and watched the film on that game, Columbia City still had their starters in when Bellmont had already replaced subs, which was kind of interesting. The last 2 touchdowns that the Eagles scored were on Belmont's JV team. So
not surprising coming out of Columbia City.
Well, it was 48-35, and Columbia City had the ball, and honestly, it was a game that was already in control for the Eagles. But decided to score a couple more touchdowns. Thatcher on the sweep. How is that tackle not finished off? Now, fortunately for the Knights, Thatcher came backwards behind the line to gain to try to get forward again, so it will bring up third down. But that was definitely a missed tackle by Norwell.
I'm surprised they haven't run a play. We talked a little earlier about how they've found the most success running the ball on the outside, sweeps, jet sweeps like that right there. I'm surprised they haven't done that more. It's because Norwell's bringing those blitzes so often that if you can run it to the right side, you're going to beat that blitz, and they're going to have less defenders over there. And, running outside, they've found some success doing that.
Ticking towards 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Bodkins. He gets pushed back. It'll depend on the spot.
That was a generous spot.
Yeah, he really was.
But that spot, I think he has it.
Boy, that would be surprising. I think he's actually about a foot short. He needed to get all the way to the 33. He's definitely short as they signal it. So 4th and,
they're going to bring the chains out.
Tom Muth is going to call for the chains. So, look, you're down 35-7, and if you don't get it, Norwell's more than likely going to score again, but I don't really see any reason not to go for it.
It's the chain gang's time to shine.
Well,
go Matt Schwartz.
All right, so they will bring him out. I mean, he's guaranteed short. He needed to get to the 33, and he's not at the 33.
We got to be sure here, Derek.
Well, it's a Matt Schwartz jib job if they get a first down here. No. Well, it's closer than I thought it was, but it is chain link short. It's less than a foot.
Yeah, he almost needed to get the note card out there, stick that sucker down there.
Chains come out in a 35-7 contest late in the third quarter.
They got to make them earn their money.
4th and 6 inches for Bellmont. And they will go for it. They got their last 4th down and it ended up being a touchdown on the last drive.
Up the middle.
Dive, Bodkins. Yeah, I think he's going to have it. He is across the 33, and this spot will be generous enough to give it to him. And it definitely looked like the initial push was just enough. Well, he didn't get much more than 6 inches, but he got just enough for the first down.
I mean, everybody in the stadium knew where that play was going to.
Oh, yeah.
Norwell had it packed up the middle. I remember a few years ago, the Indiana Hoosiers got really good at running that QB sneak where they would snap the ball and kind of run out to the right or left depending on the line. I'm surprised they didn't do something like that right there, because if he'd have slid out to the right, he probably could have got 6 yards.
Boy, you talk about that Indiana team. Every time they got 2 yards. Every time they won. In fact, won the bucket game a couple years ago in West Lafayette. Handoff goes up the middle to Bodkins, and this time has a lane to move forward for 5.
Boy, first down, they're about 100% running the ball right up the middle, aren't they?
Yeah. Look, and I understand consistency and trying to establish a rhythm, but you would like to see a little more creativity at some point.
You got to throw in a tendency breaker at some point.
I'm trying to establish this rhythm for the past how long?
They're just trying to establish their personality on the field.
Look, this is an improving team, and as much as we joke around, this really is a team that's getting better, although that 2nd down call left something to be desired. 3rd down and 4. I don't know. They've had success at times to the outside. Yeah, you can't have success every time, but at what point do you try to open it up a little bit, especially tonight when you've got a lot of guys that are out. You're missing your top receiver in Leniger, and you will be for the next few weeks. Yeah. Why not try some new stuff out? You're down 28.
Well, you were down 28-7 at one point, too. So, I mean, I'm a little surprised that they haven't thrown the ball a little bit more because they were having some success with it.
Yeah, Rumpel had nothing. Nice pursuit from the backside by Brody Bolin.
Yeah, they tried to hook Brody right there, and Brody was able to kind of slip that block. And I mean, he's not only too strong for that, but he's too quick for a block like that too. If I'm Bellmont, if I see that he's lined up on the side we're running that play too, I'm probably calling Okie and running it to the other side.
Bellmont will punt for the 2nd time tonight. Rumpel's first one was relatively short.
What's for a fake here?
Averaging 27.
Fake here.
Averaging 27 on the year.
Norwell's expecting it too.
Yeah, they don't even have anybody back. Oh, terrible snap. Rumpel having trouble picking it up, and the Knights get to him, and that ball is tipped. It goes straight up, and it bounces forward. This is going to be about a 2-yard punt. And it's a 3-yarder.
Let me tell you, Norwell is very lucky that ball got tipped.
Yeah, because he laid out the punter.
Yeah, it was Kyle Zettis that busted through there and absolutely destroyed Rumpel. I mean, he blasted it.
They were very close to not tipping that ball. That would have been a very obvious roughing the kicker.
Yeah, well, that's a tough spot for the punter to be in. That was a really bad snap.
Yeah.
And Rumpel did a nice job to get that off for a gargantuan 3-yard punt to set Norwell up on the 41.
That'll hurt the average a little bit.
Yeah, although does go down as a block. So, all right. Just over 15 seconds left in the third. Last play likely for the Knights. Can't imagine the Knights throw it too many more times tonight. Well, guess what? They're going to throw it on first down. Bailey. Oh, that's incomplete. Neuenschwander picked that off the turf. Well, the Norwell sideline.
I don't know.
Believe it.
That looked caught.
Oh, yeah, you have a great angle.
On the camera, it looked caught. That's all that matters.
Yeah, on the 3.5-inch HD LCD screen.
That's right.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Oh, Bohada's not a homer at all.
Neither one of you guys are homers. That makes 3 of us. So a lot of motion here pre-snap as they'll switch sides. Neuenschwander and Bailey switch with Cade Shelton. The pitch. Colbert has a first down to the 25 and down to the 24. Clock stops for a moment, but that'll be the last play of the third quarter. All right. Clock will roll. Third quarter will come to a close. Norwell 35, Bellmont 7 on the Voice.
Good evening, football fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, my job is to help our clients plan for and adjust to the unexpected in life. That may be a change in employment status, a change in the tax code, or rising inflation. At Shelton Financial, our process, called the One Life Formula, is designed to help you work through the questions, concerns, and unexpected that may happen in your life. To schedule a time to discuss with us, please call our office at 260-436-7006 or visit our website at sheltonfinancial.com. Nathan Shelton, Investment Advisor Representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Welcome back to the Courtyard. Kathy Peterson is part of the Steffen Group, a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of real estate. With a strong customer service background, Kathy is committed to her clients throughout the whole transaction. 35-7, Norwell is knocking on the door once again. They've been in control all night long. They have had no problem with this Braves team here tonight, who's going to lose their 33rd consecutive regular season game. They did end a historically long streak against Norwell. They went 14 consecutive quarters without points and finally broke that here tonight on their first drive, which was a very impressive drive that went end-to-end and took almost 6 minutes of the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 24-yard line after the long run by John Colbert to give them a first down. Colbert's in the backfield once again as the Knights come out of the pistol on first down. Bailey, option to Colbert. Colbert gets a block, turns it down the sideline, and gets leveled inside the 10. Lowered his shoulder against Kobe Baker, shoved out of bounds. 1st and goal coming up for Norwell.
I'm telling you what, when you're coming in to tackle Mr. Colbert, you better come ready because he lowered his shoulder right there. That was like, man, I mean, he had nowhere to go. He didn't want to go out of bounds, so he just lowered his shoulder. Man, that was fun. 35-7 game, we're still getting some action.
Now we've got a Brave down. And, I think that's Isaiah Thatcher. And if that's the case, that could be a really devastating injury for Bellmont.
Hate to speculate, but it looks like a cramp to me.
Yeah, Norwell coach is already stretching him out before the trainer even gets over there.
We'll step aside.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev sells Wells at 466-1822.
Back here at the courtyard, 35-7. Thatcher is walking off under his own power. But again, that's a concerning sight for Bellmont faithful. That's a guy you can look to really build around. He's your quickest receiver now. A really talented kick returner. Seriously, I mean, this is the best that we've seen so far this year. And first and goal coming up as Thatcher limps his way off the field. The Knights still have their starting offense in, although I can imagine that's probably coming out after the end of this drive. And if they get a touchdown and an extra point, we'll be off the hook early here tonight. Knights spread it out here on first down. Bailey to his left. Bailey rolling. Bailey running out of room. Throws it to the back of the end zone, and it's caught by Neuenschwander in the back for a touchdown. Klein Neuenschwander on the back line of the end zone.
Great job by Klein Neuenschwander. He started his route cutting inside, turned around, realized there was nothing there, so he cuts back towards the way that Bailey continued to roll. Found an opening, and Bailey hit him. That was a really nice job.
Neuenschwander's had a heck of a night.
And I'll tell you, Leighton Bailey, he just wants to keep us entertained. He had Trey Bodenheimer wide open from the get-go on that play. He just wanted to extend it and entertain us a little bit there. That was a really nice catch from Klein Neuenschwander. Pretty good throw on the run there, too, from Leighton Bailey.
Yeah, he really spread out the whole field. Cooper Sloan's kick is good. Running clock is in effect, 42-7. By the way, the computer prediction in this game was 42-21, which I guess is still in reach. But Norwell has run away from this thing. As we mentioned earlier in the contest that might be a possibility. We're located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. Head on out to Green Valley Golf Club to hit a few on their driving range, putting green, or play around Green Valley Golf Club, where your friends play. Also, American Mortgage Service Company is helping individuals realize the dream of home ownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. Contact.
Well, there are 11 minutes left on the clock, Derek.
It's going to last more than 10. By the way, update from Woodburn. Woodland still leading Bluffton 18-13 near the end of the third quarter. That's a real surprising score, honestly. Woodland's looking for their first win this year. They only had one win last year. They battled some COVID stuff. Mike Smith is the new guy there, and he's a fantastic guy. He's a right guy to lead the program. He really is. Outstanding individual, and hoping that he has success, as that kick will go for a touchback by Drew Graft. Bellmont will bring the offense back on. They had to punt for the second time on their last drive. We've only had 2 punts all of tonight, though. Norwell scored on every possession, which is just amazing, the fact that Columbia City didn't even come close to scoring on every possession, and they dropped 62 last week.
A little more of a methodical offense from Norwell.
Well, absolutely. Columbia City threw it more, but they also had quicker strikes. They had a pick six. They had a fumble recovery on the 5-yard line that set them up, and they scored on the next play. A lot of things go right against this Braves team.
First and 10, run up the middle.
I think it's Bodkins again, although new faces in the game for the Braves now, as they'll really start to shake up their lineup.
Same with Norwell. They're bringing in some of the JV players.
Bodkins on the carry.
It was Bodkins, we think. By the way, late third quarter, Columbia City leading Huntington North 35-14. That was really expected to be the closest game of the night. The other two are blowouts. East Noble is all over DeKalb, and Leo blasting New Haven. 2nd and 9 after the first down pickup of 1. And there's the whistle.
You know, I will say, though, Bellmont gets kind of a bad rap. You know, they haven't won any games in the last few years, but it is an obviously improving team.
Oh, yeah.
They do look so much better than
really
last year.
Yeah,
I mean, even with a few players suspended out, next week I think that Huntington North game is definitely within reach for them. That might end up being a pretty close game.
Yeah, well, this is definitely the best team that Norwell has beaten this year. I mean, that's not saying a lot, but it's definitely the best team they've beaten. Jennings County and Heritage both had their different struggles. Jennings County showed a little bit of promise too. They were a little rough around the edges. Here's a toss, fumble, back inside the 10, ball still loose. The Knights diving for it, and Bellmont recovers as Christian Hatch bounces on it.
Man.
Yeah, that could have been disaster.
Yeah.
Hatch back at the 7-yard line.
Yeah,
not a lot of play calls in
Nope.
the playbook for this one.
3rd and 22.
I expect to run up the middle. I don't
Yeah.
expect them to try to take a shot. You know?
This is when often you'll see maybe a screen or a draw from most offenses.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, if you're a Colts fan, you see a screen 5 out of 10 plays. So
Toss back again. And trying to turn the corner as we've got a hold back at the 10.
That one will get declined.
Well, probably. I don't know. This put him at the 21. Yeah. It's still 4th and 9. So, although Josh Gerber initially looked like he was. Oh, they called it a blindside block. Okay, so whatever. It'll put him back at the 4, I guess. I guess they're going to let him run another play. So it'll be 3rd and 26. So I don't know. I probably would have declined that, fellas. It's 4th and 9.
I would have declined it as well, but
guess you're getting JV defense reps at this point.
Well,
well, once again, not a lot of calls in the playbook for this one.
Well, clock is on the move, under 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Ball's back at, I guess it was from the spot, so it was actually the 12. So it only pushed him back to the 6, which makes all the more point on.
It's about the same play.
He should have declined it.
Yeah, push him back 1 yard. Same play.
And now he throws on the brakes, tries to cut it up. There's no room there.
Well, Coach Gerber's making us eat our words a little bit.
Yeah.
Quaylen Starks on the carry, the freshman, tackled at the 5-yard line. And Bellmont will have to bring on the special teams unit.
Can't snap it over his head from here.
No gain on the play. 4th down.
A lot of the folks have started to filter out here tonight, although there was a nice Norwell crowd at the start of the contest here tonight. On a
student section still going strong.
Yeah, picturesque night. Lighter crowd from Bellmont, making the short trip over from Decatur. Knights have a couple guys back on this punt. And this boot from Rumpel will bounce. The Knights get away from it. It'll come to rest at about the 46-yard line of the Knights. So credit Rumpel with about a 40-yarder, which is almost his longest of the year. Knights will take over with 6 minutes left.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights on the 46.
Oh, let's get a look at the future Knights offense here.
Well, we've gotten plenty of that this year already for one reason or another. Although, actually, the starters were out last week for most of the game, even when they were down in the second half. Yeah. Drew Graft is in at quarterback for the Knights, the freshman. Toss to Tim Bonjour, who cuts it up. Bonjour is still fighting forward. Gain of 9 on 1st down. Colin Bonjour's a guy that we've talked about all season long in some specialty roles, and he's got some real potential.
I just love watching him play. Every single time he's played, I've had a good time watching just how fast and shifty he is. But for being maybe not the biggest guy, he still puts his shoulder down when the time comes. And, man, I'm excited to watch him grow up.
Very much fits in with the culture of backs at Norwell as well. You talk about lowering the shoulder, initiating contact, a physical back, and that's exactly what Norwell's kind of built their offense on. Graff will sling a screen out to the outside, and it's caught. Oh, man. And the Knights have a 1st down with Connor Dryban, the junior, who has the pickup of a few to move the chains.
That's who the student section's been chanting for.
That's what they were. We want Connor is what the chant was. But, Bonjour on a lot of teams is probably the starting running back, honestly. A lot of teams that don't have John Colbert or Luke Graft, he's probably the starting
He's not only physical, but he's got a quick first step as well.
Yeah.
Now whistle blows. What's this about?
Maybe some blood.
I don't know if you guys remember the Eastbrook running back.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, feel for Zane Bodkins, who is having an issue with his digestive system at the moment. He
must have ate something bad.
Wouldn't have wanted to been in the splash zone for that.
You wouldn't pay extra for the splash zone this week?
I certainly hope that Bodkins is okay. They're not really going to clean this up, right? It's fine. It's football.
No, it was on the field.
So
they're definitely going to clean it up, especially with
actually, this
COVID
brings another good story. Oh, who cares? This brings another good story to mind. In fact, at the Outback Bowl, an Ole Miss lineman right near the end of the game in the fourth quarter threw up right before the snap, right in the right ear of a right guard.
I remember that.
Looks like they're just rinsing it down into the turf.
I'm sure that'll cook nicely tomorrow morning. Emily Hopkins is on the spritzer. I really don't know what else you can do. I mean, the clock is stopped at 4:41.
Kind of just rubbing it in with his foot.
And Jeff Meeks is sharing a laugh.
So the clock does stop for this.
The clock does stop for this. This is an injury timeout.
Most interesting delay I've seen in game in quite a while.
Well,
if you were wondering what he had for his pregame meal, it's on the field.
Yeah, it's out there.
I don't know if I'm interested in knowing that.
They talk about that, the old saying in basketball all the time, make them smell what you had for breakfast.
Yeah,
there it is.
Make them smell what you had for dinner.
Well, this game is going to continue at some point as several bottles of water have been on the field to rinse it down. We can't actually see it from here, which is a good thing. Just don't know what else you can do.
How about Norwell just runs a jet sweep the other way and we just forget about it?
I'd say let's play away from that spot.
Yeah, let's run it to the left here.
Run right at it.
Graf from the pistol with Bonjour back there. Yep, they're going to run it to the opposite side. Graft has a burst of speed to the outside. He's inside the 20, and this is coming back for a hold again.
I'm not going to lie. A part of me was kind of hoping they'd run right at it. Not gonna lie.
I just saw some timid players there.
Oh, yeah, I'd be dancing around that. A couple of linebackers were tiptoeing around that spot. Hold will bring it back. This will be first down and about for a winner because we're at the 30-yard line, and we're once again coming back. There have been an accumulation of a lot of penalties tonight on Norwell. I think we got to be in double digits at this point.
I mean, easy to lose focus, especially in a game like this. You can't have it, though.
Kraft hands it off. Bonjour to the outside, gets a block. Bonjour racing to the pylon, and he's in from 30 yards for a touchdown.
He is so fast, man. Once he hits that second level, there's no catching him. He got going in a hurry.
Man, you talk about it. Once he gets a couple of steps in, he just takes off.
It's Roadrunner.
Cooper Sloan on to try the PAT for the Knights as we tick toward 3 minutes left. Sloan's been perfect here tonight. It's 48-7. And now with the JV unit, the Knights have scored on every time they've had the ball tonight. That's the definition of offensive efficiency.
I'll tell you, every time Mr. Bonjour comes in, all you got to do is hand it to him, and good things have happened. And every game that I've seen him in, if you hand him the ball, he's going to get a few yards no matter what.
Yeah, he's become a reliable back and a good punt returner as well when the Knights have needed him to do that as well. In fact, and kickoff returner. He's only had one punt return on the year, and it went for 26 yards. And that's a good weapon to have in your back pocket, especially for being an underclassman. Clock stops under 3 minutes to go here as we begin to wind things down here on this Friday night. The Knights are up 49-7 here at home as we get a couple more updates from around the area. Columbia City 7 here at home as we get a couple more updates from around the area. Columbia City's built on their lead against Huntington again, 42-14. Well, it's been and again, this is always the question we run into with Columbia City because of the way their schedule works out. Typically, the weaker half is the the front half of the schedule for Columbia City in the conference.
Yep.
But the offense seems to be clicking again, and it's the only team that toasted Norwell a couple of times over the top. Remember, they had a 21-point lead last time here on the night, senior night, at the just before the break, and Norwell fought back for a big win, but they dropped 34 points, which was by far the biggest number that any team scored against Norwell all year last year.
Yeah, I mean, even the Concordia team in the sectional championship, Norwell defense held strong, held to 24 points.
It was, the defense was good enough to keep them in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
No question.
And so that's, Columbia City's not anybody to shy away from. Like, he went into the end zone.
That was definitely a touchback.
Yeah. Took 2 steps into the end zone.
I mean, he was 2
and
steps
there's a
on
Norwell
the
player injured.
Now that's just the last thing you want to see here for either team. Man, there's been some injuries tonight, really for both sides now. Isaiah Thatcher went down and kind of limped off earlier in this half for Bellmont. We will take a short break and return after this.
We're here at Craigville Appliance celebrating the boys of fall. We love football season at Craigville Appliance. But with that being said, we know that sometimes it's a rainy, muddy day and you got to do the laundry when you get home. We know laundry stinks, but at Craigville Appliance, we've got the tools to take care of you. Come to Craigville Appliance or tell your friends to come over. We got brands like LG, Speed Queen, Maytag, Electrolux. The list goes on and on. Come to Craigville Appliance or check us out online at cappliance.com. That's C as in cat, appliance.com.
Thunder and lightning, rock and roll, even peanut butter and jelly. There are some things in this world that just naturally seem to go together. At Farmers and Merchant State Bank, it's you and us. That's why at F&M, we're always ready to partner with you on all your financial needs, from checking and savings to auto loans and more. Now that's pretty black and white. Farmers and Merchants, you and us. Learn more at fm.bank, member FDIC.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available.
Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3000 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. This is not an offer for the extension of credit or a commitment to lend. American Mortgage, NMLS ID 8246. Angie Top, NMLS ID 478736. Jessica Best, NMLS ID 613932. American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Well, we do have a final score update from Leo. The Lions have defeated New Haven tonight 53-15. But the injury is still being dealt with here, and we don't have a number on it. It's really far. It's on the opposite side of the field at the 20-yard line. And pretty much all the training staff that Norwell has, that Bellmont has, and a couple of coaches are over there as well. So obviously something potentially serious is unfolding here. With just under 3 minutes to go, the Knights will now take a knee. And we will take another break. We'll keep you updated, and we'll come back when we have more information.
In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built forever home.
Kathy Peterson of the Steffen Group is part of a select group of real estate and auction professionals that are changing the game of how real estate and auction transactions are handled. With a strong background in customer service, Kathy believes helping people is the most precious gift she can give and is committed to being a partner with her clients through the entire transaction. Contact Kathy Peterson at the Steffen Group at 824-6353 or drop her a message at Kathy, CATHIE.Peterson@SteffenGRP.com.
Well, unfortunately for Norwell, it's Tim Bonjour. Now, it's hard to say what the extent of the injury is. He's walking off under his own power, but looks like they've placed something on his right arm as he comes off. Again, hard to say what that is, but it's some kind of injury to the arm of Bonjour, which would really be tough. It's unfortunate for a guy who's really had lots of success this year in the backup role and on the JV squad as well. Clock back on the move. Probably the last drive of the game coming up. Try to keep an eye on that as this thing continues. Long pitch to the outside. And the freshman tries to cut it up. Quaylen Starks. Starks is close to the 30-yard line. And Trace Mosier with the stop for Norwell. Mosier is starting, by the way, tonight and was the starter for the ailing Bo Morgan, who has an injured collarbone. This Norwell team gave up 383 yards last week. And they have been much more stingy against the run here tonight. This to the opposite side. Whoops. Turf Monster got him. Yep. It's away from the wet floor area that we had earlier tonight.
That's where he was kind of running off, though.
That might have been his second spot.
Yeah, he was running off.
That's true. I forgot about that.
That's when everybody went
extra. There was some extra spillage. 3rd down and 10 with 90 seconds left for the Braves.
It's a good thing Bellmont doesn't have a lot of fans tonight, because I don't know if he'd have been living that one down if everybody saw it.
Man. It's right on display for all the Bellmont faithful over there. There's a lot of the fans have filed out here tonight on both sides. Shoved out of bounds and taken down. It's the freshman Starks. Mosier in there again. And Bellmont will have to, well, they don't have to punt, I guess. They could choose to punt. I don't really see a reason to. It's going to be the last play of the game, because unless somebody scores here, because the clock doesn't stop. Looks like they're going for it. Another toss play. Hatch tripped up at the 30. And that's how this game will end here tonight. Norwell is going to win 49-7, their 3rd dominating victory of the year. They have won 49-7, 49-0, and 48-6 in their 3 victories. And in their loss, it was 41-7. There have not been any tight contests to this point here this year. Norwell would like to keep it that way, at least in the win column, when they are in the win column. But, fellas, as we kind of wrap this thing up here tonight, you build momentum. You kind of came out, did what you needed to do here tonight, Colin, before they head to New Haven next week.
Yeah, they scored early. They scored often. The game was never really in doubt from the very beginning, and that's what you're kind of looking for if you're Norwell against a kind of inferior opponent. Just come out here and dominate like you're supposed to, and they did tonight. Good to see if you're Norwell coaches. So I'm sure there's still stuff they can clean up going into New Haven next week, but next week is a very intriguing matchup for Norwell, and we'll see if they can. I expect that game to maybe be a little closer, so maybe we can finally get a close game here on a Friday night.
Norwell wins tonight 49-7 to take home their 3rd victory of the season. Bellmont falls to 0-4. They'll go back home next week to Decatur. To take on the Huntington North Vikings, who are also searching for their first win. That'll wrap it up here tonight. On behalf of our entire crew, Christian Bohetta, Colin Schwartz, our owners Scott and Dale Menser, I'm Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of high school sports on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the continued support of our sponsors. Please use their services whenever possible, and when you see them, tell them thank you. Join us again next time on The Voice Enterprises.